So it is July 1st, and yesterday, June 30th, the Panthers, the Bay Area Panthers, played and won, and they are now in the playoffs. And joining me right now is Coach Andrew.
GetSportsFocus is brought to you by Summit Partners, leaders in growth equity investing. WeightsandBars.com. Build your home gym and shop locally from the Bay Area's best fitness equipment experts. Ike's Love and Sandwiches. Championship level sandwiches every single time. South Bay Construction, a reputation built on trust. And by Fuel Good, fueling your success. Conveniently located in Santa Clara off Homestead Road. For more info, go to fuelgoodmealprep.com.
We have the playoff-bound Coach Andrew here.
Has it been that long?
It's been long, man. It's been a while.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's been a month.
That's a long time for us.
Yeah, it is. A lot of things happened. Like I said, the month of June was very, very busy. Camps all across the nation. Got 7-on-7 tournaments. We checked out a couple. So, yeah, I got a lot of content from... Now that everything's been shot, now it's time to put out the content. That's kind of like so, how you been?
I've been good. It's been really busy. Off season's kind of in full swing nowadays. I don't really know where to start with that. Got a lot of kids out here training. A lot of kids that are back from college, getting them ready to go back to their school to play their sport, and then just Panthers, just going crazy right now.
Nice. Well, tell us about the Panthers and how you guys are doing. I know yesterday was a big win.
Yeah, so we just clinched playoffs again. That's the first step to go back to back. First step. We are 10-2 now, 11-2. It's a long season.
Man, how many total games do you guys play?
16.
16? Okay. So it's like an NFL.
Yeah, we have 3 games left.
One home game coming up in a couple of weeks, or is it a couple of weeks?
2 home games. So we have a home game this weekend on the 7th, and then we have a home game on the 13th, day after my birthday.
Okay, nice. Party at Coach Andrews' gym.
Oh, party at the Panthers game. It's Taylor Swift night.
No way. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'll wear my glitters.
Yeah. I was a little like, oh, we're going to do Taylor Swift night. I'm pretty sure she's not going there.
Look, dude, if you want to fill out that arena, you guys got to do a karaoke night or a karaoke game.
Good.
You know how many Filipinos would attend that game? A lot.
Everyone.
So what can we talk about that's important for this one, Coach? We're a little less than 2 months away from opening kickoff. Yeah, it's coming up. It's crazy.
Oh man.
So what should athletes be doing right about now?
Honestly,
they've been going through some kind of a workout, maybe nothing crazy, but there are more guys out there, I believe, who train on their own. They do their own running, they do their own lifting, and then they show up to their practice and they do their team stuff. So
so for those guys, I would say try to squat at least 2 to 3 times a week, or hit some kind of leg variation. Do push-pull variation on the other days. That's kind of the basis of a weight room. for you if you're not training in an organized setting. And then here's the thing that like I've been kind of talking to a lot of players about, or just especially specifically football. This question has come up a lot lately. What kind of cardio should they be doing? And they're saying like, well, we go and do like routes for like an hour. And I was like, you don't need to do that. Save that for practice. But if you're gonna do some kind of agility work, like keep it pretty general. Like, do cone drills, stuff that's like that takes the general movement of what you need to do for your sport, but you're still working on polishing the fundamentals because you'd be surprised like how much like those fundamentals like are a part of like what you do. Like if you can't make a 90-degree box cut, and when do you make a 90-degree box cut on like an out route, and you can't do that really well, use that as like your conditioning and your agility work. Like set up a box, 5-yard box, and just work on progressions of like making a 90-degree cut. Or if it's like you want to do 45-degree cuts, for defense, work on your drops, go from like a walk to a jog to a full speed back pedal so that you know like where your feet are and know how to feel the ground. Like there's a lot of things you can do. And then hit hills like once a week. That's pretty like
When is the best time to do cardio? When's the best time of the day?
I would say right now, don't do it when it's like
No, it's like
no, no,
90
no, no.
degrees outside.
I wouldn't do it like that late in the day, especially when it's super hot. You don't want to get zapped by by the the hot the hot weather because it's like it's really hot. You don't want to get dehydrated unless you're not hydrating. And that's another one. Like if you're not working on your hydration and nutrition, you're kind of behind right now. Um, Especially because it's getting hotter. So try to do that stuff like in the morning. Try to go run in the morning. Get that out of the way. It's cooler. It's a little bit easier to get done. It's not as busy at like places if you try to go to like the park or like the field. It's not as busy. And then yeah, just go for like a run, like even like a 15-minute run in the morning, like first thing in the morning. It's good for your body.
Mm,
You just go jog for like 15 minutes.
there you go. That's your workout tip from Coach Andrew De La Cruz, people.
Jackson Robinson. That's a new update we got over here. Jackson just secured 2 offers, one from Northern Arizona and one from Cal Poly. And then yeah, it's huge. He went over and he did a visit, he did a couple camps, and he got seen, and that's just kind of how you do it. And then one of the receivers from the Monte Vista Christian team that I coached last year just picked up one from Moorhead State as well. So it's starting to move a lot. But other things that are happening too is I don't know how many people follow it, but if you guys follow San Jose City, I'll take a look at San Jose City this year because
I don't think anybody follows San Jose City, but that might change.
it's gonna change because they just got a big, big recruit back. With the day and age of football that we play in, it gets so competitive everywhere that, you got to find your opportunity where you get your opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And, big, he made the announcement on his own that he's back home. Big Jacob Amata is playing over at San Jose City. It's going to anchor that O line. And if he's going to
GSF
just continue,
Senior All-Star 2022.
yeah, and walked on at UNLV, made the team, and now he's here to like, just further it, see what he can do. And that team's got that line is pretty stacked.
Mm-hmm.
The team altogether is pretty stacked. And I think they're gonna make some noise where, they started it off really well. Last year they did really, really well.
No, last year they had a pretty good the record last year was really good. Will
Yeah.
Augustine is actually the QB, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Sean Lathan from Oak Grove. Another GSF All-Star. He's there.
Bo is there.
Bo is there.
Bear, Bear is there.
Yes.
Um, Matthias is there. Oh
Yep.
man, there's a there's a
I know they have a tight end that was a standout as well, like from from the local area. That was there last year. So yeah, things are looking good for Coach Winkler and the squad.
yeah. They also got he was from Live Oak, uh, same
Jenkins.
year as Jacob Amata. It was Zach Enderly.
Oh, Zach Enderley. I'm talking about a different guy. He's actually going to Foothill. Never mind.
But yeah, but Enderly actually ended up going. He's going to City now, and I believe he's changing position too.
Hmm.
That's
Okay.
gonna be that's gonna be an interesting one as well. So, oh, and Caleb Vieira, I just found out is back at City.
Caleb
Mm-hmm.
Small Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just found that out today.
Elijah Walker.
Yeah, look at that. That's a
Yeah,
that's a good team.
it's gonna be well.
Justice, Justice Tovalu's there.
Oh, is he really? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a pretty good team.
Nice. Well, looking forward to hearing more from them. I think they're gonna make some noise. I know Foothill's gonna be in the upper league, the
Yeah, base
Bay
six,
six or Bay
base
seven.
base six.
Bay six, yeah. So they got some ballers there too. So yeah, I love the idea of keeping some of our local guys home.
Local
Yeah, exactly. Will's Towers. I
back
saw
at
the
Foothill.
fundraiser. He's at Foothill.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of like,
I gotta catch up with him. I should have
yeah,
you should interview him, coach.
yeah, I could. We can do that. Let's set it up. Get him on the, get him on the video.
It'll be an exclusive Monarchs GSF weekly.
Yeah, we'll talk about like what we both experienced over there, see which teachers we had. That'd be
Nah,
funny.
no,
And
it
then
was great seeing him. I saw him at a fundraiser, and I first looked at him. I was like, I know that kid from sorry. He looks a little different now. He looks more like a man. So,
oh
um,
yeah, I bet he's older now.
yeah, he's got a year of college under his belt, and he's ready to rock, dude. I think he's gonna. I don't know who's gonna be the starting QB for Foothill, but he's the only. Well, John Larios from Sequoia is there too. I don't know who the other guys are, but should be a should be a full squad for Coach Coleman, our very own Coach Coleman.
That's gonna be it's gonna be cool to see. And then speaking of other locals, we should catch up with Romo, but Romo just came back from track nationals
Hmm.
from junior nats, and Tyson Bonilla made it to junior nationals.
Yeah.
He's now jumping over at San Jose State, and Christian Hauge from Live Oak is also going to San Jose State. So San Jose State's track team just picked up a lot, like two pretty good, very good local guys, which is I think that's big. It looks like they're trying to turn it around, that program, and kind of make a kind of a bigger stamp in the track and field world.
Do they have a track and
I don't know.
like I remember I used to run around that dirt field off of 10th Street. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think that's
Hmm.
now a soccer field or stadium or something.
From what I think I know, I'm pretty sure they train at San Jose City.
Okay.
If I'm not mistaken, they train at San Jose City. That's the last time I've seen it. Like when I was coaching at Dianza, sometimes they would actually go train at Dianza. So, and that's kind of far. That's far for them.
Yeah. San Jose City makes more sense. And San Jose City, that's a beautiful like stadium right there. They
Oh
re
yeah, and
I walked
they
around
redid
there
it.
the other day and I was like, wow, it's very impressive, like what they've done. So yeah.
They resurfaced it. That's why it looks really good.
Yeah, the layout's also different now. They have more turf around the actual football. Remember, it used to be like football field, and then like a couple of feet away is like just hard surface.
Yeah.
It's all
And
changed.
I think they resurfaced the track because I think they resurfaced the field too, like they refilled it. Because I know at the CCS game that we watched this past year, the turf felt really good.
Yeah.
It was nice. So you can tell it's like, you know, they're putting some stuff into it now. So that's huge.
Yep. Yep. Well, before you know it, football season is going to be here. So I know we have about a month left of, um, I think dead period's coming up.
Some kids are in dead period right now. It's like the first one, but it's also
Yeah.
vacation. It's July 4th week, so
Yeah.
most people take this week off. And then what, 3 weeks later, we're in that's the actual dead week.
Now we got the Olympics coming up too, coach.
I know. My coach, my old Olympic weightlifting coach is going back for
Nice.
weightlifting. So he will be doing it. Um, the Philippines got a huge
Yeah.
representation this year. Exciting.
Yep. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be it's an exciting Olympics is always exciting to watch. I don't know what to watch at this point. Everyone always wants to watch track, anyways. I don't know if you watch the trials, the
Yeah,
track
I
trials.
just Twitter, or X, just trying to watch highlights on X and Instagram, little snippets here and there. There's just too many sporting events, I feel like. I mean, there's a huge soccer game tomorrow going on at Levi Stadium. It's Colombia versus Brazil. So if you go to downtown San Jose right now, there's a lot of yellows and blues and gold and
Oh, Copa America, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's busy down here in my neck of the woods.
Oh, I bet. I mean, speaking of like, you know, trials and we you know how we cover high school sports.
Mhm.
This is for track and field. There is a high school kid who is in the 4x4 relay pool for the men's.
Oh yeah, the
Quincy,
16-year-old,
I don't
right?
remember his last name, but Quincy,
Wilson?
yeah,
Is it Quincy Wilson?
I believe so.
If I get this right, man. No, it is Quincy Wilson.
Is it
Hey,
Quincy?
I got that
You knew
right.
it.
Right there. Quincy Wilson.
Yeah, 16 years old, and man, he set the world record, the junior world record, or the under 18 world record, like 44:59. That's fast. That's so fast.
Wow.
And now
He's a
he's an
backup.
alternate.
Is he a
Yeah,
backup?
he is, but he still gets to travel to Paris.
Okay.
Yeah, just in case something happens, you know, God forbid something happens. But
So have you been following the WNBA?
you kind
Keeping
yeah,
up with it?
sort of.
I'm trying to keep up with it.
I'll watch it when it's on.
Yeah. Who's the girl from Stanford, the really, really tall one? She tore an ACL.
Oh,
She made the
Cameron
team.
Brink.
Yeah. So I think she made the team, right?
She did, but now
Or
she's
was she on the
off.
big 3-on-3?
I think she was on the regular team, but I think now she's off,
Yeah.
obviously.
So I'm wondering if Caitlin Clark is going to be the sub.
Maybe. R.I.P. Clay Thompson.
Man. Yeah. Clay was cool. I met him at a Stanford game, Stanford Wazoo game at Stanford Stadium a few years back. Super cool guy. But yeah, well, I mean, it's time to move on, I guess.
Yeah, I guarantee you he'll probably retire as a Warrior. Like,
I
why
just
wouldn't
hope
you?
I just hope here in the Bay Area that we don't go through that drought again of no championship for a long, long, long time. I mean, like the Niners.
I was about to say
Been
you were
a
gonna say the
long,
Niners, weren't
long
you?
time. The A's, I mean, they're gone, but 89, 90, I think, is when they last won a World Series. That's a long time. The Giants had that long
That
streak of
period.
not winning anything, and then they won like a handful. How many championships did they win? Like three
There's three within that time period.
that time, but now they suck. It's been a long
They're
time.
getting better, but the Sharks. Hey, the Sharks. Max Celebrini. He was a San Jose guy, and then he moved. But hey, Celebrini, that was a huge pick. I'm actually really excited. It makes you excited
Yes, so yeah.
for the Sharks again.
I
I
might
hope.
actually start watching hockey because of that.
But I mean, let's get through this season first because
Yeah.
we're the only team that won the
The only
championship this
team
year.
that you can count on to bring home something, the Bay Area Panthers.
Yeah,
And you know what
we
they
look.
say? For every championship team, there is a very, very good championship caliber strength and conditioning program.
Oh yeah,
Coach
and I'm
Yang,
not.
he's the lucky charm.
I wouldn't say so. I'd say the whole
All he
sports.
does is win, 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 no matter what.
I try. I try. No, honestly, like for anyone that wants to get into this industry, or people that are like thinking about it or look at programs, no matter what the level is, the sports medicine team and the strength conditioning performance teams, they are so important to your program. Um, I mean, it would be I would assume that like, Sarah has a good sports med program. They're probably on top of everything. Their athletic performance program is pretty on par too. I know Middies is up there. De La Salle, I know they do a really good job over there. Just teams like that, like, and you really think about it, right? Like it's all based on like, everybody, they understand like what it's about. And if you want your program to not say like go over the top, like what you're missing, but it's to give you that competitive edge, think about like trying to implement something there. I'd say like that's kind of like the big thing. Um, like the athletic trainer that I work with the Panthers, he's from IMG, and him and I like talk about this stuff literally every day. And it's the communication between strength conditioning and the athletic training staff has to be like everyone has to be on the same page because once they're done doing their protocols to return to sport, it's the strength conditioning team that has to actually get them on back onto the
Mm,
whatever sport they're playing. So I think I've said this before, like everyone thinks strength conditioning is just run around, weight room, that's it. Like it goes a lot deeper than that. Like that's just what everyone sees. But like, if you watch, it's all over Instagram now and social media. If you watch like TCU, um, Aaron Hodges, like he's a really great example. The coaches from all these major collegiate programs, what they do, it's all about keeping players healthy because the best ability is availability.
mm. I like that. You kind of reminded me of something, and we could close with this. I'm not gonna mention any names because or
Mhm,
any schools or anything, but I'll just give the example, or I'll just talk about it in general.
mhm.
I met this family maybe a couple years ago, and their son was a football player, high caliber kid. He went on to play Division 1, is doing really well. He hasn't hit the portal or anything because he's doing well for his college. But when I met him, he was kind of like an oddball because he plays for a team that's not even a championship team, not even an upper tier team. It's just like a regular team. And but his regimen, he's high maintenance. He's considered high maintenance because he does all these things. His parents got money, so they can afford training, they can afford treatment, they can afford camps, they can afford travel. Money's not an issue. I just thought, wow, you should have gone to a private school if that's the case. That's what my initial thought was. But as I got to know this family and their son already graduated, he's playing, he's doing big things at the next level. I just thought when you go to a school like a private school or a high level uh, public school like a Los Gatos or a Palo Alto, they have
Mhm.
some resources, right? They provide things for their athletes, training, athletic trainer, guidance in nutrition, all that stuff. It's all worth it. And so I thought that was interesting when you started talking about it. It just reminded me of this player, because I remember the dad told me, well, in order for him to get to where he needed to be, he needs these things. And I was like, yeah. And obviously we've met kids and families that they have that talent, right? But they don't have a lot of resources, which kind of like holds them back when it comes to performance and, like optimal performance and all that stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
very important, people. Having somebody like Coach Andrew, the strength and conditioning, a nutritionist, or somebody who knows the behind the scenes stuff on how to perform at the highest level, it makes a huge difference.
Oh, 100%. And honestly, like that's why like it's been so busy nowadays. I mean, it's like, everyone is trying to look for that competitive advantage now. I forgot who I was talking to about it, but I don't want to blame it on like NIL because you really can't pinpoint it on something why there's such a spike and uptick in like, really doing that in big, and it's an investment. Like the word is investment. Like the biggest thing is an investment, right? I think at that point, I think it helped people realize that, like, yeah, you can really do a lot with it. And then honestly, also seeing like this is what has to happen, in order to get to the next level. Like it's just what it is. And, honestly, it's about, I think the biggest thing that strength coaches do, or like, private trainers, like, like myself, Romo, man, I could talk about so many other coaches that I know, my friends over at Cal Strength. The thing that the most important thing that happens is you're teaching these kids one really big life skill that I hope everyone hears this one. Ready? It
Discipline.
helps. That's discipline, but structure.
Oh, yes.
Yes, you develop this structure because now you know what you need to do. You're being taught these things to do, and you have to hold yourself accountable for it. And when you're in the weight room, like you can run the hardest, most difficult, skilled, like skill requirement program, or you can run like a very vanilla program. It's just what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. Like, so the intent, like the difficulty of it doesn't actually matter. It's, are you actually putting something into it, and are you sticking with it? Like the kids that I train here, like they're going through that highs and lows thing. Like, oh, I'm strong this block of training, but this one, like I'm not as strong, but I feel like but the thing, it's like everything is moving. Everything is still moving this way. It's still moving upwards. Like as long as you're correlating this way, you're good. You're gonna have dips. It's like life. Life isn't a straight line as long as you're going in the same direction.
There are no straight line, coach. Everything is moving.
Everything moves. And
All
the
right.
earth is not flat.
And the earth is not flat. And I don't know if we actually landed on the moon, according to a movie that's coming out in a couple of weeks. So,
Is this
anyways,
the one with Channing Tatum?
yes. And
That looks
Scarlett
funny.
Johansson.
Oh, good lordy.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta watch Inside Out too.
Yeah, I gotta take my daughter out to go see that. She wants to see it, so we'll probably go in a couple of days, since July is not as busy. But yeah, man. Well, thanks for making the time. We got Mr. Phillips up next, and we're gonna find out how to actually say his first name properly.
Uh-oh.